So with control also comes addictions. And in this program, you tackled some addictions to sugar and to just food addictions. And why was it so important for you to help people recognize this dependency, but also the false truths with packaging?
You know, this is a really big one for me, and it's such a big topic in general about our food and how our food is made, and I won't even go into sort of the politics behind it, but it's very disheartening that somebody is trying so hard to eat healthy, to make the right choices so that their body can be its healthiest version. And they're being tricked, they're being fooled by labels on packaging. Like, that to me just is so unfair. So taking on sugar addiction and showing people, hey, this is part of the reason why you might not be having as much success as you would like to be having. Here's why you go through the whole day doing awesome, and then at 9 o'clock at night end up in the pantry binging on cookies. Like, let's talk about what that sugar addiction is. Let's look at a food package, and while it has a bunch of health claims all over the front, let's turn over the side panel and see how much sugar is in there to make it taste good. And that's really important, because while you might be thinking you're making these healthy choices, if you're eating food that's loaded with sugar and you're not aware of it, you're really like a hamster on a wheel. You're never going to get anywhere. So looking at that, recognizing it, knowing how to move away from those foods into better versions without losing taste, that's really important to me, to step into that leadership role that I'm blessed to have, and to say, like, hey, if I have the voice, then I need to use it to educate.
So you mentioned also that people need a deeper reason why they want to lose the weight, that there's a lot of, lose the weight for a wedding and then you gain it back right after the wedding. So give some examples of what are some deeper reasons that keep people in the, in the program and staying with the program.
So finding your deeper reason why, right? There's a goal and there's a why. So a goal is, I want to lose 15 pounds for my wedding. I want to lose 20 pounds by summer to feel good in my bathing suit. Great, that's your goal. But that's not your reason why you really want to lose that weight. And a lot of times we'll get stuck in this very shallow mentality of it. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean it's surface level. We don't look deeper inside. And we need to look deeper inside. Like, were you the person that's been picked on your whole life about your weight and there's deep emotional trauma from that? Are you the person that lost a family member to a lifestyle disease, maybe a parent or a sibling to a lifestyle disease, and that scares the crap out of you, that you don't want that to happen to you as well? Are you the parent that sits on the couch and watches your kids play because you can't ride a bike or run around with them because your weight is holding you back and your health is holding you back? That's your deeper reason why. I want to lose weight so I have the energy to keep up with my kids, live a longer life, to be there for my kids and watch them grow up, okay? That's your deep reason why. You might want to lose 20 pounds so you look good in that bathing suit also, but on a hard day, when maybe you had a bad day at work, or you get in a fight with your spouse or a friend or something, and your instinct is to turn to emotional eating, wanting to lose 20 pounds to look good in a bathing suit isn't probably going to be a strong enough reason to stop you from the emotional eating. But if you can pause in that moment and say, yes, I'm emotional right now, but this isn't going to get me to that deep reason why, to that bigger goal. Like, I got to remember why I'm doing this. I'm doing this so I can be healthy to play with my kids. That's going to be powerful enough to stop you in your tracks from going to the drive-thru, grabbing the bottle of wine and having a few too many glasses, pulling out the bag of cookies and eating the whole bag instead of eating one or two. So it's really important to take an inward look. Ultimate Portion Fix does a lot of that. Before it was like, here's these containers, fill them up this many times, you'll lose weight. Now we're really looking at self. We're really going deeper in and saying, what do I need to observe about me to have more success long-term as a lifestyle? That's how we really get off the yo-yo and the roller coaster ride of dieting. There we go.
It sounds like it's a psychology of food, which is something you dive into. There's a video on this. So talk about how coaches or how customers will use that information.
Yeah. So in Module 5, and Module 5 is actually the module all about families. There's a video called Food for Thought, The Psychology of Food. And it doesn't matter if you have kids, don't have kids. This video is for everybody. It's one of the most important videos of the program. We're taking a look at what your relationship is with food and with yourself and your body. So a lot of our behaviors are learned, and we don't even recognize that they're learned from maybe what our parents' relationship was with food. Did you have a mom or dad who was always on a diet? Or a mom or dad who didn't like to cook, so they always went through the drive-thru, so you really never learned to cook, or the importance of cooking, or what to look for when you went to the grocery store. Did they eat on the go, or did they never eat all day and only ate one meal at night? We learn a lot of our behaviors with food. Was your family the one that always rewarded you with food when you did a good job, or comforted you with food when the day was hard? Those are things that over time they carry along with us into adulthood, and then we're trying to undo that. But if we don't recognize that it's even there, that subconsciously it's in there, you can't break that habit. So we're looking at that, but then we're also looking at how we talk to ourselves internally, or how we talk about ourselves externally, right? Do you have the inner dialogue of, I hate my body, if I'll be happy when, I lose weight, I wish I didn't have this cellulite? Do you stand in the mirror and analyze it all day long? Are you the one that's constantly complaining to a friend, oh my God, I hate the way I look, I went shopping and nothing fit, and da, da, da. So first of all, that dialogue, be it internal or external, is very abusive to yourself. If you had a friend that came up to you and said, you're fat, you'll be happy when you lose 20 pounds, you would look at that person like, oh my gosh, you're the meanest person in the world. Why would you say that to me? And you probably wouldn't be friends with them anymore. But we have no problem saying it to ourselves. So we need to stop that. We need to change that and flip that script around. And then if you have kids, whether you're saying it out loud or not, they're watching. They're always watching, and they're learning. And so if they're watching you analyze your body in the mirror and not like it and be uncomfortable, if they're watching you jump from one diet to the next, if you're the one that's always going through the drive-thru instead of taking the time to cook, that's what we're teaching them. If we want to end the trend of obesity, we have to start with us, but also acknowledge that we're teaching our kids, and that really it's going to end with them. So we have to prepare for that.